Hi everyone, my name's Patrick and I look after the Arts Centre here at MAPAS. I hope some of you will recognise me. It's not been that long since we've seen each other. We've just put this short video together just to show you all the different protocols that we've put in place to keep the Arts Centre safe for everybody, and so we can get back to making music and performing arts together as quickly and as safely as we can. We're outside on the new pick-up and drop-off point for the Arts Centre. It's the large tarmac area at the corner of the building that we use to get inside, and it's large enough to accommodate pupils and parents and carers socially distanced at all times. Access to the Arts Centre will continue to be from the East Lancs Road entrance, which is the entrance we've been using since we've had our Arts Centre base here at Moorside. One thing that's really important to note is you won't be granted access to the building until 10 minutes before your first ensemble rehearsal or individual lesson of the evening. This will be monitored by a member of our volunteer team, and they will be inside at the second set of double doors down the side of the building, which is our regular entrance to the building. For younger Arts Centre members, their parent or carer may wish to escort them to their first ensemble rehearsal or individual lesson, and that's totally fine. Just when you've done this, if you can just return out of the building and back to your vehicle, that would be really, really great. Once you're inside the building, when you get to this point, you'll find our first hand sanitising station, which I am beautifully modelling here. You'll also encounter a member of our volunteer team here. They'll make sure that you are within that sort of 10-minute time period where you can enter the building. And then what you need to do, really simple, head straight up the stairs to the location of your first ensemble rehearsal or individual lesson of the evening. Once you get to the top of the stairs on the second floor, there'll be another hand sanitising station, and the new timetables for rooms and room allocations will be on the notice board. These might look different to what you're used to, so make sure you double check. Okay, so we're through the double doors now at the top of the stairs on the second floor. There will be no waiting area for parents and carers, and there'll be no tuck shop, unfortunately. That's a real shame, I know, for those with a sweet tooth. But if you're at the Arts Centre for any length of time, make sure you bring your own drinks and snacks to consume during your visit to the Arts Centre. In the communal areas of the Arts Centre, make sure you're still keeping socially distant, and there'll be a volunteer on hand here to make sure everyone's doing that. In terms of toilets, we'll be using the same toilets we normally use on Arts Centre nights. Okay, we're in one of the ensemble rehearsal rooms that we're going to use when the Arts Centre reopens. If your tutor asks you to help set the room up or get some instruments, set some instruments up, make sure that you pack away and reset those same instruments and spaces. Behind me you can see we've got some chairs laid out, socially distanced by 2 metres. This is how the rooms are going to look. Your tutor's going to do a lot of this setting up, so don't worry too much about that, but just to get you used to how it might look. Music stands, if you can avoid kind of contact with your music stand as much as you can, that'd be really, really helpful. And when it comes to sheet music, your tutor will distribute any sheet music at the beginning of the rehearsal, and then that's your responsibility then to look after and keep. If you use one of the MAPAS music pads, then your tutor will distribute that to you, but you need to return it to a box or where it's stored at the end of the rehearsal. You can see I am not a clarinet player, but we have a clarinet case beautifully stored next to the chair. So try and keep all your belongings and instrument cases as close to your chair or your little bubble as you can. Okay, just a few other bits of information then about the Arts Centre rehearsals. No sharing of instruments, that's probably quite an obvious one. And unfortunately, we won't be able to hire instruments out on a one-off basis. Our instrument loan scheme will, however, remain the same. MAPAS will continue to provide percussion instruments and rhythm section instruments, but will not be providing keyboards or jack leads. Brass and woodwind musicians should bring a towel to each Arts Centre evening to catch any water from their instrument in. This should then be cleaned at home. An extra measure to keep everyone safe, we'll try wherever we can to keep doors and windows open to keep plenty of air and ventilation running through the rooms. You may also see some cleaning happening around the Arts Centre, which is also there to keep everyone safe. This information is for those Arts Centre members receiving individual lessons. We're in one of the individual lesson rooms now, and because the waiting area is closed, you'll have to head down to your individual lesson room yourself and just wait outside until it's time for your lesson. Once inside, social distancing is possible in all of our practice rooms, but for extra safety we're going to have these clear perspex screens in the rooms, which you'll see. And just like the rehearsal rooms for ensembles, we're going to try wherever we can to keep doors and windows open in these spaces. Once your final ensemble rehearsal or individual lesson of the evening is finished, try and exit the building as soon as you can. If you're helping to pack instruments away or reset spaces, that's totally fine. As soon as you've done that, start to make your way back down the stairs. Sanitize on the way out at either one of our 2 hand sanitizing stations and head to the tarmac area, which was discussed at the start of this video. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful and useful, and I hope to see everyone back at the Arts Centre week beginning 28th of September for ensemble rehearsals and individual lessons. We've also got a really exciting recording project planned for the end of this term to give everyone a real concrete goal to work towards. So I'll see everyone soon.